Top of the line processor, 120Hz display, 5000 mAh battery and much more for under $300 sounds too good to be true. But is it though? Hey G Nation, I'm Ben and today on Android GameSpot, the unboxing, review and gameplay test of the new Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro as well as a giveaway, so watch the video until the end to find out how you can win this beauty. Disclaimer, this was sent to me by Xiaomi for the purpose of this review, but as always all thoughts expressed here are mine. Having said that, let's do this. The Poco X3 Pro comes in a minimalist packaging, as you can see. Inside you will find this welcoming message to the Poco family, which is a nice touch, and you can pause the video if you want to read it. Next we have a USB-A to USB-C charging cable in white with red tone connectors. The power adapter is also in white and it supports charging at 33 watts. You can see the Xiaomi logo there. For those of you who don't know, Poco is a sub-brand of the Chinese Xiaomi. Inside this extra packaging we have a SIM card tool, a bunch of stickers, the user manual and the warranty card, and the most useful item in here is a protective case, which is always a great addition in my book. Now onto the phone itself. The Poco X3 Pro comes in 3 colors: Phantom Black, Metal Bronze and Frost Blue, which is the one we have here. The screen is a Gorilla Glass 6 with an FHD Plus display, and the back is a polycarbonate with a strip texture in the middle featuring the logo with glossy coating, while the sides have a matte finish. The phone is 9.4mm thick and 76.8mm wide and weighs 215 grams. The X3 Pro being a mid-range gaming phone, we got a 6.67-inch display with a 120Hz refresh rate with a Snapdragon 860 processor. This one here has 6 gigs of RAM and 128 gigs of storage, and there is another option of 8 gigs, 256 gigs available. The X3 Pro also includes a 5160 mAh battery and liquid cool technology 1.0. Switching to the left side of the phone, here you will find the power button, which also works as a fingerprint sensor, and the volume rocker, while the right side has the SIM card slot, and it's a hybrid 2 SIM cards or 1 SIM card with 1 micro SD slot with storage expandable up to 1 TB. On the top we have the IR blaster, one of the mics and a top speaker, and at the bottom the 3.5 headphone jack, the USB-C port, the second microphone and stereo speaker. The back sports a 48 megapixel main camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide, a 2 megapixel macro camera and a 2 megapixel depth sensor, and the front camera is 20 megapixels. The body frame is made of plastic just like the back, but the important question is, how does the Poco X3 Pro perform as a gaming phone? Well, let's find out, shall we? I played a bunch of games to test out the gaming performance of the X3 Pro, and let's start with the first game I played, which is Super Mecha Champions. And by the way, this is an underrated battle royale game that definitely deserves more love. First, I played on the energy saving mode with super high resolution and 120 FPS. Next, I turned everything to max settings, and when you do so, the game automatically locks in at 60 FPS. You will notice some texture popping, but apart from that, the gameplay was smooth. Here is the beta of Bright Memory. Asphalt 9 Legends running on max settings, no issue here, and the game runs like butter. Same thing with Call of Duty Mobile, running at max settings, 120 FPS.
Enemy down. Predator missile on standby. Friendly Predator missile inbound.
Here playing Fortnite at max settings 30 FPS, and I've noticed some lagging here and there and the occasional frame drops even after I lowered the settings. Last but not least, Genshin Impact running at 60 FPS and max settings, and there was some lagging and the occasional frame drop. Here I dropped the settings to the default medium, and while I still encountered some performance issues, it was less frequent. You know by now how we do this. I give you the pros, the cons and my opinion, but you be the final judge. So let's start with the pros. For everyday use, the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro passed the test with flying colors. The phone offers an enjoyable and smooth experience whether you're browsing the web, using apps or watching videos. It also comes with a lot of cool features like the new control center when you swipe down from the top right side, and the top left gives you your notification list. It's pretty similar to the current iOS system, and if you're not a fan, you can revert to the standard way. The new Privacy Hub makes it easy to manage your phone's permissions. There's also split screen mode, floating windows, a built-in app drawer that automatically sorts your apps, and you can easily edit and delete these tabs. As a gaming phone, the large screen with 120Hz refresh rate is crisp to the eyes and displays a decent spectrum of colors, and with the help of the decent Snapdragon 860 processor, it managed to run every game I threw at it well enough except for Fortnite, where no matter the settings I picked, I just kept running into frequent frame drops, making it somewhat unplayable in my opinion. There's also a dedicated gaming mode here called Game Turbo that you can access while you're playing games, and it offers many useful features like boost performance, screenshot capture, blocking notifications, a voice changer feature and a casting feature to an external monitor through Wi-Fi. The battery life on this is excellent, and so is the 33 watts fast charging that takes just about an hour for a full charge. Moving to the cons, and it's good news as the list is significantly smaller compared to the pros, but nothing is perfect and neither is the X3 Pro. Starting with the big elephant in the room, which is heating. While playing graphically demanding games, the phone seemed to get warm after about 10 minutes of play, with the heat increasing by the 20 to 30 minutes mark. Next I have big hands, so the size and the somewhat bulkiness didn't really bother me, but it is worth mentioning, as well as the weight. At 215 grams, it's one of the heaviest phones in its category. Also, the screen pixel response time isn't optimal, and I'm definitely not a fan of the fingerprint sensor placement, as you can easily trigger it just by holding the phone in your hands. Having said that, there is an option to make it unlock on the press of the button. Now, before we move on to the benchmark and my final verdict, I want to mention a few things that I feel don't fit neither in the pros or cons. First is that the X3 Pro runs on the MIUI 12 based on Android 11, meaning that you will get the stock Android OS but also some additional apps and tools from MIUI 12. I didn't get any spam notifications during the testing period and the UI is well optimized, but is just worth mentioning. Next is the camera. The phone takes decent pictures, but it's not on par to the quality you can get from other phones in the same category like the Samsung Galaxy A42 or even the Poco X3 that takes slightly better pictures. In the benchmark comparison, the X3 Pro is on a league of its own in terms of performance, above and beyond the competition of the Realme 8 Pro and the Redmi Note 10 Pro, to name a couple. And before I give you guys my final verdict, I'm giving away this Poco X3 Pro to one lucky winner, and to enter it's pretty simple. All you have to do is go to the link in the description below and give a video suggestion. Once you do that, you can unlock other bonus entries, and the giveaway is open till May 29th, and good luck to you all. For a price tag of under $300, the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro stands out with its performance, the 120Hz refresh rate display, and the sheer amount of useful features packed into the OS, which on top of the ones mentioned in the pros, gives you access to tons of downloadable themes, wallpapers and ringtones, and the essentials are all here with the 3.5mm headphone jack, the IR blaster, great stereo sound, and the phone is IP53 certified for dust and water resistance. The main camera takes decent photos and expandable storage would come in handy for those of you who need it. The phone is lacking 5G and is somewhat bulky, but you will be getting flagship performance for the price of an entry-level phone. And so for this reason, and all the others stated, the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro is at the time of this video the best budget gaming phone in the world, period. And I highly recommend it. And that sums up my review of the Xiaomi Poco X3 Pro, and now I wanna hear from you in the comments. Budget or high-end gaming phone? Which one would you rather buy and why? Of course, as always, if you enjoyed this video, clicking the like button does help me out a lot and I would really appreciate that. And if you're new, consider subscribing because I put out new videos like this every week. Also, special thanks to my Patreon supporters and YouTube members, and link down below if you wanna support me. And good luck to everyone entering the giveaway. Once again, I'm Ben, thank you AG Nation for watching, and I'll see you next time, right here on Android GameSpot. Stay epic!